Well, folks, as promised, we're back for this year's tilt at the FA Cup, but there's been other things going on. Let's have a chat about it. G'day, folks. Welcome back to Pennies to Pounds, Season 5, Episode 3. My name's Whalers, but most people call me Wally. I hope you're all doing well. Well, we're doing all right. We're top of the league. We're going in for our FA Cup game, but we have something to talk about first. This happened. There's a takeover incoming, I think. This one hasn't gone through, but there were two consortiums going for takeover. One of them was going to sack me as manager if they took over. Fortunately, discussions with Sam Ellis here, who is now the most hated man in the dressing room where I'm standing from, fell through. We're under a brief transfer embargo, but then we got another email a bit later on to say that the takeover collapsed, and then another personal message to say that talks with Sam Ellis have not gone well, but it'd be unwise to rule out him not investing in the club in the future. Well, I'm fully welcome someone to invest in the club. Perhaps someone wants to come in and spend a bit of money on the ground and relay the pitch and that sort of stuff, but we're top of the league. How can he sack us when we are top of the league? Let's have a quick look at the schedule here so you know what we've been up to. We've gone through a whole heap of games. When did we last come to you? It was like ASRock was the last game. So sailed past Flackwell Heath, dropped the game to Westfields, beat Binfield, absolutely thrashed Cinderford. That was a really good game. Lost against Long Levens, unfortunately, as they tend to do against us. Won away against Wantage. If someone knows how to bloody say that, pop it in the comments for me. I've got no bloody idea. And unfortunately, this was a really frustrating draw against Windsor. We played okay, but not well. There's a name suspicious here. Ryan Harnwell hasn't scored for a couple of weeks now, a couple of 3 weeks. So he's going to have a little bit of a rest today as we go into this FA Cup tie against Bashley. So without further ado, let's get into the match here. So we're playing with that same lineup that we talked about last episode. So we're going to have Kotorex in goal, Johnson, Dong, Dickie Diamond, and Rafferty is the back four. Dong comes in to give Callum Bishop a rest. And to be fair, Callum Bishop's form's been a bit patchy, but I think ideally Bishop comes up on half time and replaces Diamond. Those boys are getting a bit tired. And despite Horn playing in the middle of defence there, we're still getting caught with that through ball through the middle. So I will have a think about perhaps we need to play 5 at the back and really make an effort to go find a little bit more of a mobile defender at the back there. Horn and Twig and Berries in the centre of the park. Now, both of these guys have been really hot and really cold. They've either had really good games or really crap games. Not a lot in between. Dickinson gets a run out wide. It has been Hancock out there, and Hancock's been all right, to be fair, but we're just going to give him a rest. He has had a couple of quiet ones and started to show some signs of fatigue and that sort of stuff. Rigby as the sole winger out on the right. Now, we've offset Wood and Harden up here just to try and cause some problems here. Harden, as I said, is going to have actually going to swap these two around for argument's sake here. Wood and Harden are going to get a run together, as I said, because look at this. Hardenwell's run of form's not been great. Still 9 goals for the season. And it's not like that Wood has been finding the goals more. I've just been struggling to score a fair bit. And Rigby has given me some selection headaches with some good form. 2 of those goals and that assist are all in one game from memory. So we're going to head into the match here against this mob, Bashley. Can we bash Bashley? Hopefully it's all right bashing for Bashley. Oh, they've got a nutting. He is so getting scouted because he looks like he'd be a good fit in the dressing room. Right, we're going to encourage the lads here. Get out there, boys. Show us what you can do. So we play really well, it seems, when Twig and Berries has a good game and he starts pulling the strings from the midfield. I put a lot of thought into making him the playmaker, but really his vision of Coffee might be through here. And it is. Max Coffee's through. Not a good start, boys and girls. Not a good start at all. What's gone on here? Nothing's involved. Look at Chikuwu. Finds. It's just, again, what's going on there, lads? That's what we're set up to defend. We're just set up to defend these goals through the middle. We're not set up to defend down the wings. Rightio, it's our turn. Who's over the free kick? This will be Gethin Harden on this one. We've seen Gethin Harden score these in the past, and Gethin Harden scores another one. And Penistone Church hit right back there. Harden with an absolute wonder of a free kick. That's 30 yards out, that one. Look at this. And it's a carbon copy of the last one. The last one clipped the post. This one didn't. Not quite as perfect as the last one. Nothing like one that hits the post and drops into the back of the net. Right, Johnson throws the ball in. Looks for Horn. Horn finds Rigby. But what's that keeper's name? Was that Mountjoy? Twiggenberry's hooks it in. Now, we have been scoring a fair bit from the set pieces. Again, that went quiet last season on us, if you remember. But both of our central defenders have, I think they got 7 goals between them. Oh, Horn is absolutely clattered in the middle of the pitch there. Unfortunately, so yeah. Mountjoy. Well, if that's not a keeper that fits the it's the naming convention, I don't know what it is. Football Manager is the gift that keeps on giving for these punny names. It really is. Reed hooks it in, and Schofield cannot keep his header. Cannot keep his header down. We're going to throw out some encouragement here. Rightio. Schofield throws it in like a chukwuwu. I worked with a Nigerian guy, and he told me how to say that chukwuwu Becca, but I can't fit the chukwu in without the Rebecca at the end. It's really hard to pronounce that name properly. Mundo's on the ball now for Bashley, though. Back to Nutting. Harden takes it off Nutting. Twiggenberries finds Gethin Harden. Now, we seem to be... There's a good overload here. There's a lot of players on this side of the pitch. Wood. Twiggenberries puts Wood through. Oh, Wood chips the keeper. Lovely. See what I mean? When Twiggenberries is on song, he just picks out those passes time and time again. And the laser-like accuracy here. Look at this. That's beautiful. That's just beautifully weighted. Great chest down. First touch from Wood was sensational. You know, if the first touch on the Wood is good, good things happen. So, yeah, as I said, I was in 2 minds about the takeover. Oh, this is not good. This is not good. Jack Rafferty's hurt. That's a easy fix, though. Sam Scrivens comes on for him. Jack Rafferty has been playing okay. Another manager would have put Sam Scrivens back in the team, perhaps. But I'm not another manager. And you know my love-hate relationship with Sam Scrivens. For example, we're going to tell him we have faith in him now to get out there and go and do some things for us. To be fair, Rafferty has been caught out for pace a few times, but he's a better overall defender. So on those chase backs down the wing, Scrivens is better, but Scrivens just lets far too many people past him and is far too inconsistent. Yeah, I'm pretty pleased with how things are going. I'm going to outstretch the arms. I'm going to try and, let's motivate the boys here a bit. And let's get into this game here. So both Harden and Wood have scored here, so things aren't hugely conducive here for Ryan Harnwell getting his spot back for the next match. Horn now on the ball as the deep line playmaker. So he hits a bit long, finds McConville and not his target. Oh, here we go. See, this happens all the freaking time. That is really starting to frustrate me. And this is the problem with having 2 big, lump, slow defenders in the middle there. And they're not really quick enough to play as cover or stopper. And this just keeps happening. That's 100%. That's Dong there, is it? Or Twiggenberries? Or, it's Dong. Best old Dickie Diamond. It's Dong. So, I'm looking at you there, Ding Ding Dong. And I'll question my decision to play you here. Rightio. Who's not playing well? Dickinson is not playing well. So, he's probably going to come off for Hancock shortly. McConville now in the area. No, we don't need to concede another one here. Gretorix fortunately shows a safe pair of hands on his own line there, and that's it. I've seen enough of Dickinson. Now, my other thought is I drop this left winger completely and I go to playing the traditional V in the middle with Horn, perhaps Twiggenberries on this side as a Mazzala, and then I can play perhaps Scott Steele. Someone with a little, again, a bit more defensive oomph in the middle. Or, I kind of think I'm overthinking it a bit now, so Hancock comes in there. And we're going to try something different with Hancock here. We're going to... See, he says he's a 3.5-star wide midfielder, but I'm just not buying it. I'm going to give him the inverted winger role on support. And hopefully he sits a bit narrow now. He's supposed to be on individual instruction there. I think they all are, just to sit a bit narrower. And we might put Johnson as a fullback on attack and get Johnson bombed down the wing there. And let's really get an overload going on this side here. And hopefully we get Rigby in on the other side. Parker Pugh is injured, and that has been a bit of a problem. Who else is not playing well while we're here? Sitting there chatting now. Sam Scrivens, of course. I'm going to tell him we have faith in him. Let's pump the fist. Get out there. Standard chat. He looks inspired and motivated. Can't Hancock. Show us what you got. I'm going to save this last substitute because you guys know what we're like. We're going into extra time in these matches, and I'd really like some fresh legs. No. He's not coming off for Callum Bishop. It's just not happening. Dickie Diamond might come off for Callum Bishop, but it's extra time, and I think that's where we're going to make the substitution. We're going to bring Dickie Diamond on for Callum Bishop here because we are just not quite cutting the mustard here today. A bit of a disappointing performance, to be fair. Diamond comes off for Bishop. Harnwell's motivated, but he's on the bench. And we're a bit bereft of leadership out there at the moment. This is really why I wish they'd let me send Jake Retorex on a leadership course earlier in the match. In the match? You know, in the season. Because, you know, you keep us there all the time, and in my opinion, makes a good captain. He's there to provide the leadership and the control where he needs at the back. See, this is back three here. So... we have to have a chat to this nutting guy and see how good he is. Well, before I forget, let's hit the scout. And while we're at it as well, we're going to scout Mountjoy. Rightio. Let's... Oh, God, this is a worry. This is a worry. Oh, they've found wood. Oh, we're safe by the upright there. Oh, they're offside. Oh, geez, that gave... sent my heart flutter, that did, viewers. Really did. Right, our Scrivens with the throw in. Bishop just hoofs it. Could have done with a bit of distribution to the playmaker there. There he is. Horn on the ball. Been a bit quiet today, Horn. Hancock. Now he's got Johnson down the flank. Johnson puts in a ball for Harden. Can Harden score? Gethin Harden, yes. My tactical change comes to fruition there. Johnson bombing down the flank on the inside of Hancock here. Really made the goal. There's good dribbling by Hancock. You've asked him to dribble the ball a bit more. He's got good dribbling score of 13. And that's just a clever ball from Johnson. He just taps it into the path of Gethin Harden. And Harden's up and thrusts it home. Beautiful stuff here. And that saves the... well, saves us going to penalties, really. That's good. Good win, boys. Well done. I agree. Gave us a heart attack, but we got there. Well, anything fun here? I wasn't that impressed. No, I wasn't that impressed either, but I'm not going to tell the boys that. They need cheering up. Any rate, we will see you for the Brinscombe and Thup match coming up shortly. Right, here we are for Brimscombe and Thrupp here, guys. Unfortunately, right defender, what's his name? I already forgot his name. Jack Rafferty. He's out for about 6 weeks, I think. 4 weeks now, they reckon. But yeah, so it was quite an injury he sustained last match. So that means we are playing with Sam Scrivens at right back, unfortunately. So the back four is Greatorex, Scrivens, Diamond. Bishop comes back in for Dong. Dong actually had a good game in the end. He had a 7.3, but he's very much coming to rest these two. Hoping the scouting report on the guy from the last game comes back and he's a bit more mobile than these guys. We might make a dip at signing him. Johnson is the fullback. What I am going to do is I'm going to put Johnson on attack straight away, and attacks Johnson can come down the side here Loves rubbing it up the side there, does Johnson. Horn, Twig and Berries in the centre of the park. Hancock and Rigby on the wings. So Hancock's again in that role sitting on the inside. Hopefully we'll see one of those runs with that overlap from Johnson like last game. And I saw no reason to change Harden and Wood up front for this one. Although I will like to bring in Ryan Harnwell at some stage. And Cummings nearly got selected. But again, Rigby is making it difficult for me to select Cummings. So it seems that the competition for places is starting to pay a few dividends. Like a couple of times I brought Jason Priest in for Horn and he's had a good game, but he can't seem to string two together. Having said that, it does seem to be Horn's problem as well. It seems to be the team's problem at the moment, is a bit of consistency. We're favourites for a reason here, guys. Let's go out and thump Brinscombe and Thrupp. Right, straight into it here. Johnson finds Horn. Johnson finds Rigby, and Rigby wrecks him at the far post. That's kind of the idea of the tactic here, is to overload that left side there. Look at all... I'm just going to pause it there for a sec. Look at all there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 players. Or 7 on the left side of the pitch here. So the overload is working well there. And Rigby just finds himself some space here. Right in the seam there, and... not good in the air, but when you get service like that, it's not hard to nod the ball home. So 1-0 for us early. Greatorex here. Finally, a bit of distribution to Horn, but Horn gives it straight back to Greatorex. Bishop now. Bishop goes long, finds Wood. So we turn it over, and the ball over the top. No good there for Brinscombe and Thrupp. So all eyes are on Sam Scrivens here. We do have young Rathman, who is begging for a name, guys. Young Rathman on the bench. Twig and Berries tries to kill a ball. Not quite onto it this time. And Dunn does the sweeping duties for his side there. Rigby now. Can we riggedy wreck him again? That'd be nice if we could. No, he gives it to Twig and Berries. Wood's through here, though. And Wood, Dave Wood, finally finds the goal. And I think the goal drought for Wood's over. He's starting to find the net now on a regular basis. His finishing's upgraded, guys. He's got 16 finishing. Now, my best striker from my Birmingham City Premier League save, Adria Velez, has 16 finishing and scores for fun in the Premier League. All right, Wood is lacking in areas, i.e. pace and acceleration, that Velez has, that he doesn't, but the boy should be putting away goals, and he shouldn't be missing them and hitting the woodwork like he has done in a lot of previous matches here. We're going to shout, and we're going to throw a bit of praise here for the team. Got to make sure we keep the attitude right here. This is all going to be about fatigue management and dressing room management when we start not playing well. And to be fair, we've played a couple of games, a bit like that last cup game. We didn't play well. At the end, our XG was nowhere near theirs. And a couple of games before that, our XG was nowhere near the teams that we beat either. But we've still managed to come away from wins. And I think that is the difference between a side that might actually get bloody promoted and one that's going to be the bridesmaids again. That's going to come back to haunt me. I hope it doesn't, but I've just got a feeling it's going to. Everyone's playing well. No need for substitutions. Let's keep going here. So our next cup game is the very next game, guys. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do. Oh, here we go. Well, the Hughes was offside, was he? Yeah, there was someone offside there. I don't care who it was. One of them was offside. The next game's the next cup match, so we're probably not... I'm torn in two minds whether to bring you the cup run or not. I mean, I'm not busy for the next couple of days, so I might be able to make a couple of extra episodes, guys. But the problem with that is that I'll get busy and I'll fall behind again, and any sort of regularity for the schedule will drop out. So I'll have a think about it. All right, we're going to substitute a clock here. What are we going to do? We're going to rest Dickie Diamond here while we got the chance. I think we're going to bring Dong on. I'm probably thinking Twig and Berries can do with the rest as well. Hancock's not played well. Do we give Scott Steele a chance to play as a winger down there? And then we sit Johnson back for the rest of the game. Or do we move Rigby over there? Ken Rigby. And play Harnwell on the right or bring Cummings on. I don't know. Actually, Cummings can play there, can't he? He can a bit. He can a bit. Perhaps this is the answer. We'll bring Hancock. Well, actually, no. It's Ryan Horn's going to come off. I've talked myself into bringing Ryan Horn off. And do you know what? We're going with Scott Steele. Scott Steele's not quite the defensive powerhouse that Priest is, but he is better with ball distribution. So pump the fists, get out there, make a difference. That's really all I want my midfielders to do is pump the ball long to the wings or distribute it to the left. Scrivens here. Scrivens hooks it in. Hancock's there, and it's a penalty. Shit. They're going to change the play here. I've got to give it to Dave Wood. Did they change it to Wood? They did. Wood steps up here. Scrivens has missed far too many penalties from over the years. I got PTSD from him. And Wood, though, makes no mistake. Dave Wood, 6th goal of the season. 3-0 here for the Church. And that's good Wood. I might do that Johnson substitution, actually. Just cause I really can't afford to be losing Alex Johnson at all. So I am going to bring Alan Rathman on there. We're going to pump fist. I'm going to tell him I want to see a good performance from him today. He's complacent AF, which is not good. Anyway, Acer throws the ball in, finds Hughes. Hughes is onside this time. Fantastic save by Greatorex. Flies like Superman. Tips the ball over the bar there. And I think, is this going to be a rare clean sheet for the Church? Is it going to be? I've spoken too soon. No, Dong knocks it out. Out for a throw. And you're just going to give us this, eh? Or is this going to be a score? I don't like it when Football Manager does this. No, it's going to go out for a corner. Oh, shit. Here we go. Adcock. Oh, there's some scanning to do here. Anyway, Dave Wood, though. We're on the counter here. Are we going to get another one? Is Dave Wood going to get a hat trick? Is he going to go all the way? No, the referee blows the whistle. Denies him the opportunity. But that is good stuff for us here. You can see why Rigby's giving me selection problems for Cummings. As much as Cummings is better on paper, Rigby keeps doing things like this. Great game from Twig and Berries in the centre of the park. Still a bit quiet off the bench. Johnson, that overlapping with Hancock there seems to be going well. So, and obviously Rathman not on long enough to be effectual one way or the other. It's only the bench players that are complacent, so I'm not overly worried about that. Very happy with the result and the way you played. Right, so when are we going to come back to you? Like I said, we got the next game is the cup match. But in the interest of moving things along, we might see how we go there. Do you know what? I might tape it and see how we go. And I might even consider doing like a cup run compilation later or something like that. It's good that these boys are scoring. Harmel's been snatching at his chances for a bit now. All right, Jacob Nutting. Let's have a look at Jacob Nutting. He's a bit quicker. He's only... Oh, right. So he really wasn't a central defender. That's unfortunate. He's no good. And... How's Mountjoy? Okay. Would be superb signing, apparently. He's their star player. How does he compare to Jake Greatorex? Let's have a quick look here, boys and girls, before we go and sort out the next episode. Mountjoy is better in the air. He's a better communicator. Greatorex is a better shot stopper. And, Mountjoy's much better. Yeah. I wonder how interested he is. You and Mountjoy. We'll go have a look, shall we? Anyways, where's the schedule? So yeah, I think these, like, if we win this one, then we'll have 2 games in the cup here, in the Hellenic Cup coming up. So we might do that. And I want to bring you the Fairford game, because Fairford are one of the teams pushing us in the league. So we might come back around the Fairford game, either side of it, depending on the cup. There we go, guys. So that's when we're aiming to come back to you, is there. For Nick guessed Fairford. Oh, yeah, they're pushing us for second in the league. So we'll come back then, and hopefully we'll be still top of the table, and hopefully we'll start to put some ground between us and them. Well, if you like that, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment below. Like I said, Alan Rathman needs a name. I think he's the last one left that requires renaming. We'll be back to you in a couple of days for the next episode. My name's Waylands. Thanks for watching, and have a good one.